how does our spiritual names help us on our spiritual path? In other words, what is its purpose? Okay, so again, our spiritual name, so Swami Tulsidas, or Madhusudana Das, the one who wrote this question. Our spiritual name helps us on many, many levels. First, when we receive our spiritual name, we have the ability to completely rewrite our personality very quickly, within a few days. Because our whole life is surrounded by the idea of I. For example, when I was born, what was the name given to me? Mike. So before I met Guruji, everything was Mike and Michael. Mike and Michael. What does Mike like? Mike likes these things. Mike does these things. Mike thinks this way. But as soon as I got the name Adityananda, my first brahmachari name, then I was able to ask myself, well, who is Adityananda? And I was able to make whatever decisions I want. Because the point is we are not this mind. We are not this life. We are not just this mind. We are not just this life. We are not just this personality. And we are beyond it. We're above it. So we have the ability to actually decide whatever we want. And this is the difference between, or one of the differences between a saint and us. Is a saint is absolutely free. At any moment, they can like or dislike or choose anything because they're not burdened by any preconceived ideas. Their mind is completely open. Their mind is completely free. And so when we receive the spiritual name, then we have, in a very short amount of time, the ability to decide who we are. Of course, within a couple weeks, then that ability sort of goes away a little bit because we've already settled into this new identity. In the spiritual family, so all of us, it is important that we call each other by our spiritual names. Why? This is the second reason. Because the spiritual names hold spiritual vibration. So Mike and Michael, okay, of course, it's clear where the name originates. But by us having a new, so Mike and Michael is, of course, Archangel Michael. Of course, originally it is spiritual, but how do you say, in the West, or it's lost that connotation. But Adityananda, for me, or Tulsidas, I get to ask myself, what does this name really mean? So Aditya was the name of the sun, and Ananda, or Aditya actually means the one who shines. And Ananda means bliss. So the one who gains bliss by shining. So I could ask myself, what does that mean to me? What does that, what qualities does that bring out in me? And Tulsidas, well, that's obviously clear. Tulsi, the Divine Mother, Das, servant. So I get to ask myself every single day, am I being the Das of Tulsi? Yes or no? And if I am, great, keep doing that. If I'm not, well, then I need to adjust something. And so our spiritual name gives us a personal guide every moment. Am I doing what my ideal name means? Am I living up to that ideal? And also, by calling each other by our spiritual names, these positive qualities begin to manifest in us. And so it's actually a very easy way, like a subconscious way for us to go farther on our spiritual path in a fast way. Of course, if you receive a name from Guruji, then what he does is he looks in the past, in your past lives, and he grabs a name from a life where you were very highly advanced. And so he gives it to you again. And this means by calling yourself this name again, you progress to that level of spirituality which you had in the previous life very fast. So awesome. It's awesome. Great.